the day, came through to win by 4-3. We've got Daryl Gurney against Jamie Lewis to come this afternoon, and then tonight Ryan Searle against William O'Connor open things up, and then both Gary Anderson and Michael van Gerwen take to the hockey. What can we expect of the best two players really in the world at the moment? Dave Chisnell wants to be up there in the top two. That was certainly a top performance against Kim Huybrechts. Let's hear from him now. He's with Stuart Pike.
Well, I would guess that you expected it to be a long and tough afternoon, and it didn't turn out that way.
I guess. But Kim didn't play that well, but he had a chance to go 1-all. He says he missed the tops. He missed and I took out, whatever they did. I can't remember what I took out, but Kim's better than that, and we all know that. But I'm just happy to get the result.
It's interesting you should say that Kim's better than that, but those are the sort of games that you've lost as well, so I guess it makes a change.
Yeah, we all have a bad game sometime, and that's Kim's. After his first game out, I watched his first game and he's phenomenal. I expected to go at least 4-3 that game because Kim played well in his first game, and he just didn't turn up. And it got a little bit easy for me when I went 2-0 up. I was just like playing along. Just throwing and they're going in, but I had to set the finishes out at the end to win that game.
You're in it to win it. You're in the last 16 of the World Championship again.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And honest to God, I practiced so hard for this tournament, and it's paying off. Last year was miserable. It was a miserable year for me, but I have practiced hard this year, and it's my wife Michaela. She's made me practice really. So it's working.
It's always good to listen to the missus. Have a good Christmas. Well done, Chiswick.
Thank you. Cheers.
Some salient advice for us all from Dave Chisnell there, who now goes on to play the winner of our final match this afternoon, Daryl Gurney against Jamie Lewis. And in this sort of form, I'm not sure Daryl Gurney or Jamie Lewis really want to play him. He won 9 of the last 12 legs in his previous round match against Josh Payne. He didn't get going until the match was 2 sets old. He got going from the off here, and John Part alongside me in the studio. It's great to watch Dave Chisnell when he's in that sort of form.
Well, yeah, and you say he didn't get going against Josh Payne, but he was against Josh, who had averaged 110 in those 2 sets. So, and he's won now 7 sets on the trot. He's looking very settled on every aspect of his game, and I think no one is going to want to play him in that mood.
He says that it's been a miserable year, or last year was a miserable year. He's now ending 2018 in the sort of fashion we actually expect from him.
Well, yeah, and it's the biggest tournament in the world, and it sets the course for the year to come when you're here. And it's so hard if you do lose first game, and then you have the long wait till you even compete again in a ranked event. Chizzy, he's got past that and passed it well. 2 rounds now against 2 quality performers. He knows he can live with just about any kind of level of play. We saw that more in the first match, but he shut down Kim. The first 2 sets went to the 5th legs, and he did the business and he took them, and that's how you win World Championships.
Kim Huybrechts then, what does he take from this match? The fact that it could have been so different, or it went in a similar pattern, John, to the way that the last 12 months have been going for him?
Yeah, I mentioned in comms that he was a bit slow for what I think he should play, I guess, in the first set, and he sped up a little bit, but he just didn't get going. His scores were there with Chizzy for a while, but the real problem was the doubling. The doubling was atrocious. He'll say that himself, and it wasn't good enough. So he's just got to work on that aspect. Certainly it wasn't a problem in his first match, so you have to kind of think that maybe he's got to address the pace of play or something. Something has to change.
So up next, Daryl Gurney takes on Jamie Lewis. Now, you said to me the other day you had a brilliant theory as to why Daryl Gurney was going to win the World Championship this year. You explained it in fine detail for me, John. I'm still a bit confused, but I'll kind of go with you on this one. In the short of it, you fancy Daryl Gurney to do well.
Well, yeah, he has the same sort of pattern that Michael van Gerwen followed without having won the Premier League in the intervening year between the World Grand Prix title and then the Players' Championship title, where they both won in finals against top-seeded, the number 1 in the world, and they both came back in those. So really, he's just in a good place mentally is the real point, much as Michael was, and he's feeling like he can win anything. But the difference here is I think Michael is also feeling that way. I don't think there's a real gap at the top anywhere there. So Daryl's going to continue to have to work hard and try and prevail, and he knows he can beat any player. So that's a plus. It's just he's up there with them. So it might not be the real crucial matches for Daryl are before the final.
Well, he's up there against Jamie Lewis. Now, Jamie Lewis has had a pretty rotten year as well, but this time last year he got to the semi-finals of the World Championship. And once you do that, and you know how it's done, like you've proved by winning multiple titles, it's easier to go back and do it again.
3 years ago he lost to Gurney here.
Yeah.
So in the 64 round.
But does that matter now? Now that he's got to a semi-finals?
Well, it's somewhere in your memory banks in the same setting. Gurney's had a much better year. Although Lewis was in the semis, the intervening time, Gurney's feeling a lot better about where he is right now. You can't rely on what happened almost 12 months ago. Jamie Lewis, he's capable. He has to get out there. He has to know he's the underdog. He has to know he has to play 100%, start to finish. If he does that, he's got a chance. But it's going to take that.
It is. Let's hear from both contenders. How are they feeling?
Quarterfinals 2 years ago was a great highlight. I played okay. I should have beat Robert Thornton easier. I should have beat Mark Webster easier. I'm playing better now, more experienced. But everybody around me now is playing a lot better. The whole PDC's got better since then. So whatever happened 2 years ago doesn't really matter. I know it's great to get to a quarterfinal, but I'd love to do another quarterfinal, maybe semi-final, final this year.
I've been practicing well for the last couple of weeks. I've not had the best of years on tour, but it's kind of all gone now, so I've just got to kind of concentrate on this World Championships. And if I play like I can, then you never know.
Semi-final last year, it took Phil Taylor to beat him. To be honest, I'm expecting how he played last year. He played very well, so I'm not going to be taking him lightly. If he beats me, fair play to him. I know he'll have to play well to beat me. And the way he's playing on stage, he's like a Dimitri Vandenberg. Both of them, as soon as they get up on that big stage, for some reason they seem to up their average and they just play unbelievable.
I think it's all about power scoring these days. I mean, obviously playing Daryl today is going to be he's another power scorer. So I think that's all I got to do really is concentrate on hitting the big scores, plenty of 180s, and then as I say, hopefully I'll get the win.
If you're hoping for one player to get beat, just in case you might play a better player, there's no sense worrying about that. The way I look at things is you have to beat the best to be the best. So whatever way the draw works out, it works out.
That's fireworks, all right. Huge start for a big-time player. This is sheer quality. start for a big-time player. This is sheer quality.
Simply sensational.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome back to the action that is the William Hill World Dance Championship. Brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation, coming to you live on Sky Sports from the amazing Alexandra Palace, London. Time now to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the pride of South Wales, Fireball Jamie from Northern Ireland, the former World Grand Prix champion and the newly crowned Players Champion. Time to meet Super G Daryl Gurney.
Touching more, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Good times never seem so good.
Neil Diamond, Ali Pally on a Saturday afternoon. Even John Park was singing along to that one.
You gotta get into that. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. Let's have some more. Seems a shame, John Park, that we have to interrupt the singing to get a dance match underway. But when Daryl Gurney picked that song, did he pick a song that he knew would A, be a crowd favourite, and B, get instant, delightful recognition the minute he walks up there?
Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's worked. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and I think anyone that brings fun to darts needs to be credited, and he deserves credit for that.
He certainly does. Better than that Star Wars stuff that you came up with a few years ago. Does it relax him on stage, though? Does it help him?
You know, it's a routine. It's a routine. He's got his entrance. He's got his song. And he does his little things during it. And I think when you have routine, it brings you to a point of about to play. It's a good thing. Your mind doesn't wander. You're just doing your routine. And, yeah, I think it's a great thing to have.
Jamie Lewis waiting on the stage then while everyone was in full chorus. Big match for Jamie Lewis, but he can cope with a big match here. We saw it last year.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed his run to the semis last year. It was magical. Can he do it here? I guess he couldn't say he can after last year. But there's some magic going on for Gurney, too, looking to get his first world title. He's proven he can win big tournaments, so which magic prevails?
Let us see. It's Daryl Gurney against Jamie Lewis for the right to play Dave Chisnell in the last 16. Here's Mark Webster and Stuart Pike.
Yeah, thanks, David. And here's Jamie Lewis.
125.
Yeah, fantastic run 12 months ago, all the way to the semi-finals. Lost to Phil Taylor, but was in a winning position in many of those sets that he lost in the semi-final. Experience winning the day, the rest is history. The biggest payday of his life, and looking to progress against a man who certainly in the reckoning to be here on January the 1st, Daryl Gurney. We reckon this could be pretty close. I think we were all surprised by the ease of which Dave Chisnell beat Kim Huybrechts. I think we'd be equally surprised if this was as one-sided, Mark Webster.
80.
Yeah, I agree there. It's important for Jamie to get off to a good start. He's never beaten Daryl Gurney before, so the doubts will creep in if he gets off to a slow start. They played on this stage before 3 years ago. Daryl was triumphant then. But since then, Jamie has had a good run on this stage, as we documented then last year against the semi-finals. He feels at home on here. So hopefully it produces best starts again, and it could end up being a cracking game.
Yeah, when it's a play, Chizzy. Kim Huybrechts simply didn't show up. And that can happen.
59.
Yeah, that's been a story of Kim's year a little bit. He's been very up and down. A good performance in the first round, but just couldn't follow it up. Similar in the match play, had a good first round against John Henderson, winning in a sudden death leg, but just wasn't to be the Kim Huybrechts. But positives from the first round he can take, and he just needs to write this year off and kick on next year.
Well, just opened the door here for Gurney, trying to hold throw in the opening leg of the match. Ryan Joyce through to the last 16. Dave Chisnell.
94.
Of course, Saturday night at the World Championship, Gary Anderson and Michael van Gerwen back in action.
And again, another opportunity for someone else tonight. William O'Connor against Ryan Searle in the opening game.
84.
Thank you very much. That'll do nicely.
Game on.
Yeah, Daryl winning the dart and vitally hold throw. Wasn't a great leg, but ultimately won the leg.
99.
Yeah, Daryl Gurney, his best the World Championship quarter-final a couple of years ago, was well beaten by Michael van Gerwen. Last year, lost at this stage, surprisingly, to John Henderson. That was a big upset, because he came here in form after winning the Grand Prix.
100.
Yeah, he was visibly disappointed after that game, wasn't he? He was 2-0 down to John. He got back on level terms, but John won the last two sets to win 4-2. Daryl will be hoping to put that right this year. But in a very tough section of the draw, Stu.
Yeah, absolutely. First one. First of many, I've no doubt.
Jamie O'Connor, 122.
Jamie Lewis elected not to go the 18 route because Daryl not on a finish.
45.
Bit of a hash of it.
Gurney will touch fortunate to win the opening leg. Can't find anything
26.
on the scoring.
Jamie O'Connor, 77.
So, tops to level the match.
37.
No panic for Jamie. He return with 3 more at tops, but a slow start for both players.
95. Jamie O'Connor, 40.
Tops for Lewis.
Yeah,
right in the middle.
Jamie Lewis. The leg Daryl to throw first. Game on.
Gurney's hit 140. That's it so far. No tons, nothing better. This could be a second 180.
100.
Two 180s for Jamie Lewis. We touched on Jamie's run to the semi-finals last year. It included victories over fellow Welshman Johnny Clayton. The second round game is Peter Wright, where he averaged 107. Then he comfortably dispatched of James Richardson and Darren Webster. And as you said, Stu, he had opportunities in pretty much every set against Phil Taylor, and it just went the wrong way, eventually losing out 6-1. It was a massive result from Jamie, and he hasn't really followed it up on the tour this year. A relatively quiet year, one run to a Euro Tour quarter-final, but he definitely plays his best art on the stage. He was in the World Series of Darts final, again defeating Dimitri van den Berg with a massive average, 110. It's his floor game, I think he's got to tidy up.
And Dimitri's another. You mentioned Van den Berg. Comes alive on the big stage, but struggles on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, and Jamie will be conscious of the fact if he has another year where he doesn't achieve much on the floor, he's defending a lot of money at next year's World Championship, so it's he'll be under pressure.
Well, it's the hard work, it's the bits and pieces, isn't it? The nuts and bolts of the Pro Tour that get you in the likes of the match play and the Grand Prix and, of course, the Euro Tour. So if you're going to succeed, you can't just put all your eggs in a World Championship basket.
No, and to Jamie's credit, when he gets to these TV events, he does himself justice. He looks comfortable in there, so it's the hard part's getting in him. But when he does, he knows he's comfortable on the stage.
70. Jamie require 86.
Chance for an early break for Jamie here. Should get a dart at least at the ball. He's going to get two at double 16 for the breaker throw. Last dart.
54.
Frustrating, because while Daryl's playing like this, you've got to hammer home the advantage, because inevitably he will find his rhythm.
You took the words out of my mouth there. In a World Championship, when your chance comes, you grasp it. And that's what Lewis did last year on his run to the semi-finals. But no trouble with the scoring.
140.
Daryl's average just below 80. With only 3 legs in, but this is where Jamie's got to really take advantage. It's a great opportunity for him to win the first set against the darts.
100.
Had he hit that double 16, he'd be thrown for the first set. Jamie settled the better of the two at the minute.
134.
Just getting a bit of range and rhythm into his game now, Daryl Gurney.
83.
Played at the World Championship, only big TV event. 2015 first round, Gurney a comfortable winner, 3-1. He makes it look very, very easy. And all of a sudden, Lewis was throwing to break to throw for the set. He's now up against it, and Gurney is favourite. It could change that quickly.
Yeah. 87.
180, and Daryl to lead the 87, so he should get a dart ball, all double 5. It's going to be bullseye for the opening set.
62. Jamie require 44.
Jamie's got to take these opportunities. 12 for double 16 for a level game. Good marker. Same result as the last leg.
Now you require 25.
Well, unexpected chance to throw for the set.
Jamie's put his darts down there. He's picking back up now.
Jamie requires 32.
Not expecting another opportunity. He's going to settle himself.
What a chance in the end there for Gurney. What an opportunity for Gurney. 3 darts for the set. He's still got some work to do.
On the balance of playing an opening set, I think it deserves to go to a final leg. It's Daryl, importantly, who's got the darts.
140.
Back-to-back 140s to start the leg.
100.
Yeah, 87, 88 the averages. But a 1 in that set column, all important.
60.
Just a ton difference. So ton 40s get down to finish for Jamie. It's not going to happen.
60.
6 darts out of treble for Jamie Lewis.
Oh, the same story. Well, it's strange, isn't it, sometimes how this happens in such a big leg when neither can get going.
60.
That's 3 consecutive visits of 60 for the Welshman.
Yeah, just at the wrong time. Daryl now has 6 darts to 143, so he knows he can set up the shot, which he's going to do.
Maybe treble 10 the shot.
Yeah, 66 remaining.
Now look at the ball. Well, he looked at the ball.
96.
I think he was caught in 2 minds where to go there.
Yeah, indecisive there, wasn't he? So Jamie's just got to pressure the shot. That's better. And you look at the ball who stay there. There's a bit of pressure on Daryl now. You can see Jamie signalling with his hands if where they've been.
For the set. Oh, now then.
39.
Well, he's now
Jamie
missed
required
5 darts
41.
for the set. What a chance for Jamie Lewis.
Oh, he's missed the big number. He's got to focus, Jamie, here. He's shaking his head. 27 left. So double 8 for set 1 for Jamie Lewis.
Game's on the first set. Jamie Lewis.
What a dart from Jamie Lewis after the wayward dart at the big 9. He focuses himself and it's a set against the throw. 1-0 Jamie Lewis.
Stand up stronger. I got the power, gonna raise it up. So high, we're shining brighter. We got the power, gonna raise it up. No holding me back, I'm on the attack. I got the power, gonna raise it.
The William Hill World Darts
Welshman Jamie Lewis pitching the opening set with an average of 86, but it doesn't matter. The celebration tells you everything you need to know. There's Daryl Gurney's little boy, Daryl Jr. He'll be disappointed in Daddy's doubling, because Gurney missed 5 darts to win that set. 3 to win it 3-1, then 2 in the deciding set. Just doesn't look himself at the moment, does he, Gurney?
No, compared to the first round where he averaged 100 throughout the match, and that was with lots of missed doubles. He's been similar today, missing doubles, but his scoring's just not anywhere near like it was in the first round. And he's offering Jamie Lewis encouragement here. Jamie Lewis, he's never beaten Daryl before.
140.
And we'll take lots of encouragement for that opening set. Lots of clinches in the Daryl Gurney armour.
140.
Well, there you go, with perfect timing.
Daryl won't be too worried just at the minute, but Jamie will take a lot of confidence from that first set. More so from the way Daryl played. Daryl's just wasn't at the game, and
85.
Jamie took advantage, composed himself in the last leg really well after missing the big number.
140. Then you're quite 96.
A much better leg from both players. Possible 11 darters for both. Double 18. Good leg. 11 dart leg to start the second set.
Daryl to throw first. Game on.
Real quality from Jamie Lewis.
I seem to remember you playing Daryl Gurney in a, how should we say, ill-tempered World Championship game on this stage. Do explain, Mark Webster.
Yeah, just a little bit of a words exchange end of one of the sets. Daryl, I think, we both missed doubles. He clinched it with a last-ditch double one and sort of let it be known in my direction, but we're fine now. No worries. Let's all forget about it.
That didn't sound very convincing.
No, generally, I get on great with Daryl, to be fair. We've played each other a few times since. The game's been played in a lot better spirit than that one.
I think he was a bit in your face, if I remember
96.
rightly.
Yeah, just a tad.
I know you're not one to take a backward step, for sure.
No, but in the end, ultimately he was the better player and won the game, and like I said, we played a few times before.
He's got to pick the pace up here. He's just got to. The other thing is that he just, for me, looks
100.
a notch below, maybe 2 notches below. And
yeah, this is not too dissimilar to when I played him a few years ago. I won the first set, and Daryl just couldn't get going, and he won that second set with the last-ditch dart, and that bit of oomph came into his game and got him going, and that's what he needs at the minute. This is all too easy for Jamie Lewis at the minute. Jamie likes a quiet life up there, and Daryl's giving him it.
40. Now we require 84.
he took out 84 on the bull to win the opening leg of the match, and he just missed the big 14.
68.
Well, that one dart summing up Daryl Gurney's performance thus far.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Stu. Just a careless dart,
He's on the
and Jamie
second leg,
punishes.
Jamie Lewis.
And in the blink of an eye, he's throwing for the second set.
Third leg, Jamie to throw first.
4 legs on the spin. The last year's World Championship semi-finalist.
Daryl won't be panicking at the fact that he could go in 2 sets to 0 down. It's what will be concerned is the way he's playing.
25.
He's just got not in it into his stride at all yet. And Jamie's taking encouragement. His average creeping up towards 94 now.
Just loves this stage.
121.
It's all very puzzling, isn't it? I mean, you said, literally done little or nothing for 12 months since he reached the World Championship semi-final. And all of a sudden, here he is, back where he's happiest seemingly. Just trying to explain or give the viewers an insight into how that can happen, how you can come within an ace of the biggest match in the history of the sport and then do nothing for a year.
Yeah, it's... Obviously, Jamie achieved the semi-final last year, but it comes with pressure, Stu. And then a month later, he's back in Wigan, Barnsley, playing on the floor competition, which is our bread and butter, and he just hasn't managed to achieve what he wanted. I mean, the last five Pro Tours here, Jamie lost first round, but in the middle of that, he had an amazing performance in the World Series of Darts on the stage. It illustrates where the weakness is in his game. He needs to improve that floor form, and Jamie knows that. We've chatted about it a few times. He knows he needs to play better on the floor because he can really climb those rankings because he's so comfortable on the stage, but he just needs to get there.
Now we require 107.
But he's played a perfect set here, Jamie. 104 average in this set, setting up 40 for a clean sweep of set 2.
42. Jamie, you require 40.
Wow, who would have expected this? 2-0 to Jamie Lewis against the world number 5, who's in a world of trouble at the moment, Daryl Gurney. Gurney missed 5 darts to take the opening set. Since then, his game has gone from bad to worse. We're going to see what Daryl Gurney's made of when we come back. But Jamie Lewis is halfway through to the last 16, 2 sets up against Gurney.
Well, their first encounter was an absolute thriller. Dillian White walking away with a razor-thin points victory. Now he and Derek Chisora renew hostilities in a highly anticipated grudge rematch. It's the brawl to settle it all. Plenty of undercard action before the big one as well, and coverage gets underway from the O2 Arena from 6 o'clock tonight on Sky Sports Box Office. Sky customers should go to channel 491 or to Box Office to book this event. And for more information on all the ways to watch, go to skysports.com/White Chisora. Cable customers should contact their operator.
Yeah, White and Chisora too close to call. We thought this one would be. But at the moment, the Welshman, Jamie Lewis, is dominant against the world number 5, who's now got to show his real quality if he wants to stay in the World Championship.
81.
I have that feeling that he's been half asleep, Mark.
Yeah, he's definitely not himself. It's chalk and cheese from the first round where he was straight out the blocks. He was putting Ross Smith under pressure every leg.
78.
It's just giving Jamie an easy ride here. Jamie comfortably really going 2 sets up. After the first set being a bit cagey, I expected Daryl to come out all guns blazing in set 2. And it was the opposite, and Jamie's took encouragement and reeled off 3 legs in no time.
He's still averaging only 86, 87 here, Daryl Gurney.
Yeah, Jamie Lewis throwing around about his tournament average, which is 92. But it's been enough, more than enough so far.
100.
Well, you've seen Jamie Lewis up close and personal as well, haven't you, this year?
Thanks, that's true. Yeah, me and Jamie played in a European Tour qualifier for Gibraltar. And Jamie just got lucky, I think, winning the game 6-0 in the end. Well and truly my bogey player, Jamie Lewis.
I hear he was very fortunate.
Yeah.
89.
I missed a hatful of doubles. I just don't turn up against Jamie. He batters me every time.
C'est la vie. Yeah, the last remaining Welshman, of course, after the demise of Gerwyn Price and Johnny Clayton 99. On Friday night here at the Ali Pali. Present company accepted, of course. Mr. Webster will be with us throughout.
Yeah, the 2 Welshmen went in back-to-back games last night, didn't they? Gezi going down in that dramatic game to Nathan Aspinall, and Johnny, unfortunately, was on the receiving end of an unbelievable performance with Dimitri Vandenberg. So it's left to Jamie Lewis to fly the flag. He's doing a great job at the minute, double 11.
62.
Well, that would have been 6 consecutive legs. Is this a turning point, maybe? That's awkward.
Good second
And
down.
that makes that a really good dart. That really was awkward. You can only have a look there. The flight was blocking most of the bed. Well, just make a little note of that moment. One missed for Jamie Lewis to break.
Yeah, the fact it was an awkward lie, last start in hand, and when things aren't going right for you, that's what makes it such a good dart.
100.
Just giving Daryl a foothold, really. Had he gone to break down there, the doubts would have definitely crept in. Remember, if Daryl can just find some sort of rhythm, the doubts will creep in, because Jamie's never beaten Daryl.
Just wondering if there's maybe a case for Gurney just to speed it up ever so slightly. Just make the game flow a little more, which may help him.
Yeah, I think he needs a big shot, Stu, just something to get him going. He looks flat up there, and it's not the Daryl we know. Not much emotion showed so far.
Not had much to celebrate so far.
100. Maybe you recall 137.
.77 remaining.
He was thinking, should I go for it or not?
170.
Unlucky there, but missing on the outside. So
161.
a professional miss is called, because we've seen what problems double fives cause this week.
.97. Jim, you acquired 20.
Level up the set.
Game's on the second leg. Jamie Lewis.
Really good dart from Jamie Lewis.
Aggressive.
Game on.
Just for a moment, I'm sure Gurney was thinking, just maybe.
Yeah, double 5 with one dart. He attacked it.
31.
And like you said, Stu, Daryl would have been hoping for an opportunity there. Sure, Jamie's dad, Mark, former Welsh international in the BDO, will be watching on. And so far, I'll be very happy what's going on.
57.
Yeah, Jamie's father Mark and Helen are in the crowd, along with
96.
Jamie's partner Kylie. We follow him around the circuit. We see them most weeks actually in Barnsley, in Wigan, in Milton Keynes. They follow Jamie closely, and they're here today cheering him on.
For Gurney now, it's very, very simple. Somehow hold your throw twice, despite the fact that you're not playing at all well. 2 holes of throw, and he's right back into this match. Sounds simple, but that's the equation that the Irishman must be looking at. Win the set with the darts.
Yeah. On the flip side, Jamie knows that there's a break after 4 sets, so he'll want to go in there at least 3-1. One of those sets on his throw, but he's had opportunity. He could be 2-0 up in this set. He just didn't convert that at 11, but a big 180 to pressure this 78 of Daryl Gurney.
78.
So just 1 dart at tops.
Game's on the third leg. Daryl Gurney.
That's better.
Better for Gurney.
Game on.
Confident finishing from Daryl Gurney. A bit of breathing space early doors in this 4th leg for Jamie.
At the moment, that first set is proving all important, isn't it? Lewis winning it against the darts after 5 misses from Daryl Gurney. As it stands at the moment, it looks like Gurney's going to have to throw for it once more, under pressure.
57.
Good leg from Jamie Lewis here. Thought Daryl would have attacked the throw, but he hasn't. Jamie 9 darts thrown, 81 left. He'll be wanting to get rid of this 81 in the next visit and attack the Daryl Gurney throw.
98. Jamie require 81.
I've already seen 1 11 darter from Lewis.
He won't go 12 ball out, I wouldn't have thought.
No need to go for 12. That's okay.
49.
That's fine. Opportunity to leave a double. He's favourable on. And he's been hitting it, so a chance now. And under no pressure for 2 legs all. There's Jamie's family watching on. Start from Jamie Lewis.
Now this is now coming up the biggest leg of the match so far. Gurney through for the opening set, made a mess of it.
96.
Here comes the pressure.
Yeah, big opportunity for Jamie Lewis. A repeat of the last leg would be ideal. This is a good start.
100.
No, this is one of those by hook or by crook legs, isn't it, for Daryl Gurney? Somehow find a way to win it.
60.
Yeah, you feel he has to win it. think if he could win it, Stu, a bit of emotion would come from him, and just to get him going, he's
100.
flat. Yeah, I was convinced by now he'd be in his rhythm. Yes, he's playing a little bit better, but nothing like the Daryl Gurney we used to, or we saw in the first round.
100.
Important last one, but you feel here that a big visit from Lewis and it all changes. He now has the darts. He now has the darts. What a time to hit a maximum.
Great timing from Jamie Lewis. Daryl under real pressure now. You feel he needs another one, and he gets a good response from Daryl Gurney. Only one treble needed on this combination for at least a shot of the ball. And there it is. Treble 11 if possible. Double 14 for the 3-0 lead. Just
93.
dropping a bit too low. He's more towards double 11 there, Jamie. Daryl has to hit this.
Well, he's got to show his class here. Treble 18. Double 16.
73.
What an opportunity for Jamie Lewis now. 3 darts for a 3-0 lead, and he'll have the throw in the fourth. Oh, good double 7. He's looking up, he's not happy, that's blocked. He's going to shuffle over. Game-changing moment, you feel, Stu?
It could be.
32.
4 darts missed for a 3-0 lead. It's Gurney about to play his get out of jail free card. What a big dart that is! Incredible drama again at the Alexandra Palace. Daryl Gurney, you feel, with that dart, has stayed in the World Championship. The way he was playing, you just can't or couldn't see a way back from 3 sets down.
83.
But much to think about for the young Welshman who had 4 darts to go 3-0 up.
Yeah, and he's so frustrated. You're seeing him there, he's just berating himself. He knows he should be 3-0 up. He played the perfect leg, Stu. Laid up the shot, put Daryl under pressure.
81.
Just couldn't get over the finishing line. He's got to regroup now. He's got to steady himself.
Well, the 180, it looked to be a set winner.
95.
Maybe even a match winner, but couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, and coming inside on a double 14. None of us players like double 7, especially with Jamie's darts that stick upwards in the ball. It blocked the double 7 bed. Just needs to refocus.
91.
Easier said than done, but he's just got to forget about that set. He's doing a pretty good job in his opening leg. 77 remaining. Brilliant visit from Jamie Lewis. 12 darts thrown, 32 left.
97.
Despite the disappointment of losing that 3rd set, the destiny of the game at the moment remains in the hands of the young Welshman Jamie Lewis.
Aim on the first leg, Jamie Lewis.
Good darts from
Second
Jamie
leg, Daryl
Lewis.
to throw first. Game on.
We've had a run now of 7 consecutive legs. 1 on throw.
100.
I feel it's Jamie Lewis asking all the questions still, though, isn't it? It's fair play to Jamie, that opening leg.
100.
A 14 dart holder throw after missing 4 darts for the 3-0 lead. So he's definitely refocused himself.
60.
If he can break here, Stu, he has an opportunity to just blitz through this set, get to the break 3-1. It's all forgotten about.
Well, that'll help. 7-1. The 180 count.
This is good from Jamie Lewis. What a response from Jamie Lewis. 14 darter to open up the set. He's on 81 after 9 in leg 2.
And he's averaging 120 in this set.
100. Jamie required 81.
He'll take it on. He's going in. Bullseye for the breaker throw.
56.
B to will return for 25 if Daryl can't convert this 156. That's what we talked about in the first game, Stu. Maybe Jamie would have wished he'd not taken a gamble, but the player of Daryl's calibre, he had to go for the bullseye. A 2 darts double 8 for a 2-0 lead. Quality from Jamie Lewis. Back-to-back 14 darters. Puts him on the brink of restoring a 2 sets lead.
The drama of the darts. Real drama and tension. That is why we love the darts. We love the World Championship. And more big names on the way out on this Saturday at the Ali Pali. 13 players, 13 seeds disappearing in that second round.
60.
Huge opportunity, I should say, for Jamie Lewis now. Just stay straight.
60.
Like the treble there, but he's still got just over 100 lead. It's forcing Daryl to hit 2 trebles now. There's one. Good response from Daryl Gurney.
It's been a really good performance. 94 average, 7 180s, and in the main he's outplayed Gurney in every facet.
Yeah, he deserves to be leading. He could easily be 1 leg away from the match as we speak, Stu. Had he converted those opportunities?
100. Now you're about 65.
Number 4.
Aim shot on the 3rd leg.
Right, the 180 doing the damage. That's 1 down, 2 to go.
4th leg, Daryl to throw first. Game on.
And the first time that Gurney has broken the Lewis throw in the entire match. Here we are in set 4.
Yeah, that is remarkable, and to think he had set darts on the Jamie Lewis throw in it for the first set.
Is Gurney finally making a move? Let's see.
60.
Daryl's match average still lingering around the 88 mark. It's been there for the majority of the match. Jamie just shy of 95. That will count for nothing if Jamie doesn't close out this set.
It's games like this that I bet you wish that you were up there rather than being in here.
Yeah,
the heat of the battle at the World Champs.
Yeah, it was these sort of matches I sort of used to grind out, or when players dropped their level. I was always there to sort of mop it up.
28.
It's looking like a deciding leg, though, Stu.
41. Now you require 68.
That last start from Jamie's last visit in the one means that it's cost him no finish. So Daryl will return. He's on an awkward double, Daryl, so a big score for Jamie. Yeah, pressure on.
37. Now you require 4.
Well, Lewis was watching in the background.
Jamie, you require 32.
Forced error, Stu.
Yep.
He left an awkward double, and Jamie did his job. What an opportunity.
And there it is. Jamie Lewis is at it again on the Ali Pally stage. A rueful shake of the head from Daryl Gurney. But at the moment, he just cannot get the measure of his opponent. Lewis is a set away from another big win at the Worlds. He leads